Welcome to the demonstration of the Shadowmatch system. This is a quick walkthrough through the main applications of the system, namely responsible employment, employee support and development, team analysis, and personal fulfillment. The system is used by businesses, learning institutions, sports professionals, teams, and individuals. In this demonstration, only fictitious data is used. The start point of it all would be for an individual to complete the Shadowmatch worksheet. Upon completion, they receive a personal feedback report explaining their unique habits or behavioral patterns. In Shadowmatch, there is no good or bad or right or wrong. The results would be the individual's unique habits. Once the results are linked to the system, it becomes interactive, actionable, and valuable for the system user. You can then start utilizing the applications. For instance, you can create a benchmark for each of the jobs, roles, or functions in your specific environment. To do this, outside of the system, you would identify the current top performers in that specific role. They would each individually complete the Shadowmatch worksheet, and you would mark them as benchmark individuals. The system then does a statistics check for you to see, can it find congruency between the unique habits to show what are the specific intensities of the habits that are definitely functional towards success in this specific context. If you scroll up, you would see the benchmark indicating your specific context map for this specific role. It has a few aspects. Firstly, your overall match, indicating the unique habit intensities for all 19 of the habits measured by the Shadowmatch worksheet. Your critical match, indicating the 5 strongest habits for the benchmark group. Your conceptual fitness would indicate how fit your benchmark group is to apply their ability to work with problems. You then have your task efficiency, which is a combination between the total time, the conceptual time, and the conceptual fitness accuracy score, indicating then the task efficiency for the Shadowmatch worksheet. Your attitude would show the benchmarks group approach to their environment measured in 4 quadrants. Once your benchmark is in place, you can then compare any employees in that specific job or function, or any applicants you consider to bring into this environment. By using this indicator here, you can rank the match from the closest alignment to your benchmark to softer alignment to that specific benchmark. By clicking on results, you would then open up an individual's unique habit compared to the benchmark. The system would indicate the chances of that individual also becoming a top performer or successful in this specific role. Your matching report would explain everything you see visually in detail. You can also request the interview pack to help facilitate the interview process for this applicant. The system also allows you to compare one individual against various benchmarks in your organization. If you click on the results and you scroll down and click on the Multimatch option, the system now opens up a screen showing you that specific individual's habits compared to various benchmarks in your organization. If, for instance, considered this individual in this specific role, if you take a look at a different role, you would see the chances of success for this specific individual is much higher in this different function. This helps you to optimally find that perfect position for the individual within your organization. The system also allows you to do the opposite. You can start on a benchmark and then ask the system to show you a list of individuals compared to this specific benchmark. I once again click on Multimatch, and now the system opens up a list of all individuals in the organization from the highest match to softer alignment to that specific benchmark. This helps me to facilitate leadership identification, succession planning, and once again, that optimal support and development of the employees within my organization. If I click on an individual, I can embark on their development journey by simply going to the button called Request PDP. This would open up the development landscape for the individual. It shows all 20 of the development programs, or PDPs, personal development programs, on the Shadowmatch system. For all 19 of the habits, as well as time management. The system would recommend specific habits for that individual to develop in this specific role. The programs are outcomes-based experiential learning, broken up into phases. In each phase, the individual completes a specific task, and the task helps them to learn that specific behavior, thereby making that habit a bit stronger, step by step throughout the process. We've now been looking at the system from a role or specific job perspective, but it also allows you to understand your team context within your organization. You can combine any results into a team graph by simply clicking on the results and adding them to a team. The teams are listed at the top, and they would indicate the unique team context of the teams within your organization. It uses the same Shadowmatch result, just shown in a different view, indicating aspects like change versus maintaining the known. The gray graph would be your collective graph of all of your team members' combined habits. The team graph allows you to compare specific team members against your team graph, as well as against each other, to optimally allocate roles and tasks within the team, and to understand the unique dynamics within your team context of where there are closer alignments between the team members or a diverse alignment for specific other aspects. It also allows you to identify the individuals that function in specific subgroups. For instance, your people's group, action and task group, problem solvers, etc. By clicking on the subgroup, the system would indicate the specific individuals that are in that specific subgroup. In our example, we see it's Jennifer, Michelle, and Jeff indicated for the anchor group for this specific team. The anchor group being the anchor group that brings all of the other subgroups together for that specific team. Let's take a look at the graph, why this was indicated. Jeff, Jennifer, Michelle. On the screen, you would see their unique habits are very closely aligned to the collective context of the team. We can now take a look at our personal development or personal wellness support on the system. Each individual would have access to their own personal portal. They immediately have access to this upon completion of the worksheet. They have access to great supporting resources like videos helping them to interpret their own results. They can access any of their personal reports, for instance, their personal feedback report explaining their unique habits, as well as other great reports explaining different aspects of their wellness. The career report would show the specific career content that optimally aligns to that specific individual's unique habits. The report is broken up into specific sections. In each section, there's a video explaining what this is about, their unique feedback, as well as graphs indicating that individual's unique position for that specific aspect. It would indicate this for various things like your practical and theoretical content, the complexity, etc., as well as important unique career tips for that individual to keep in mind for their unique habits. Your study report would indicate the study method that optimally aligns to your unique habits. Gives you a complete explanation as well as a video of how this method would work for you, as well as a second method that optimally aligns to your habits and specific study tips to keep in mind when working with your own habits. Individual can also request relationship reports for various relationships, work, friendship, family, love, marriage, staying together, parent-child, and teacher-student. You simply put in the individual that you want to request the report with name and send them an invite. Once the individual accepts this report, you would both have access to this report explaining how the individuals in this relationship's habits compare, where they're similar, where they're different, and where there might be interesting, challenging differences between the habits. Lastly, an individual can also request their personal development programs from their personal portal directly. All of the 20 programs are also available here, and this individual can embark on their development journey at any point. Okay. This concludes the quick walkthrough through the Shadowmatch system demonstration. Welcome to go to the website shadowmatch.com for more information, or send an email to info@shadowmatch.com.